So today being Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday. For those of you all who know me, you know I'm not going to rush to the cross, and I'm not going to rush to resurrection. Jesus had a life before Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Jesus led a life that got him to the cross and got him to Easter Sunday. Sometimes as Christians, we tend to focus on, oh my gosh, it's Resurrection Sunday and he died for my sins and he rose from the grave, but we never often stop to talk about everything that led up to that moment. We tend to forget that the grace that comes through the resurrection and the crucifixion and the resurrection, it had a cost. It had something that happened before we get to the joy of Easter. Jesus was born a nobody. And see, that already messes with our head because we already have the Easter Jesus in mind when we start talking about Jesus. But Jesus was actually born a nobody. Jesus, as you recall, was baptized by John the Baptist. I don't know if you remember your Bible, but John the Baptist was a radical. He was out in the wilderness baptizing all the misfits and weirdos, and he was out there saying, come out here and get baptized and repent. John the Baptist wasn't down at the church house baptizing folks. He said, come out here to Galveston because the church house and the businesses and all of the empire and government have colluded to rip God's people off. That's Bible. Now don't come tell me I'm pushing a political agenda. I'm just telling you what the Bible said. So John the Baptist is out there on the fringes baptizing people. That's who Jesus goes to get baptized. He didn't go to Second Baptist to get baptized. He didn't come to St. Peter to get baptized. Jesus went out with all the radicals and the misfits and miscreants to be baptized. Jesus had a ministry in Nazareth. But as Scripture records, even that ministry was rejected. Jesus didn't get a chance to put together a good choir. Jesus didn't get a chance to call deacons and trustees. Jesus did not get a chance to build a building or worry about AC and plumbing and electrical work. Jesus didn't get a chance to have to worry about carpet a week before Easter. Jesus' ministry in Nazareth was pretty much shut down and rejected. Then Jesus goes out. I don't know if you remember this from Scripture, but he goes around healing people and making people better. He didn't ask for a copay or a deductible. He didn't ask if you were EPO or PPO. He didn't ask if you had an HMO. All he did was stretch forward his hand and begin to heal people. Oh, that would upset some people right now if all we had to do was lay our hands on somebody and heal. I think Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and United Healthcare would lose. Jesus went around healing and helping people. Then Jesus decides to cleanse the lepers who should not be touched, people that you shouldn't hang around. Oh my God, who might this be today? Sex workers, drug addicts, gay pastors? I don't know. Who might the lepers be here today? Yet Jesus decides to reach out and to go and heal them. Then he decides to go down to the nightclubs and the bars to eat with folks. Wasn't that first miracle they ran out of that water and he said, keep the party going? So, according to Scripture, Jesus was all about getting lit, so I don't understand what the problem is. That's Bible. It's in the Bible. But Jesus is out hanging out with people and being in places that we are supposedly not supposed to be as Christians. Then Jesus goes up if you remember this, and flips over the changer's table, the money changer's table. Jesus goes to the temple, to the church, to say, no, 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 this is in collusion with the empire and with business. And flips that table over. Jesus also says, bring the children unto me. Women are not dirty, or could bring them unto me. Now in this day and time, women and children were very much less than. The women and children were nobody. But yet Jesus says, bring them all to me. I'm trying to set you up because you think the resurrected Savior had some good Christian doctrine and was raised at the First Baptist Church down the street. But no, my friends, this Jesus did some crazy, weird, radical stuff that got him to the cross. This Christianity that Jesus had and lived, this type of way of being, was not about the type of Christianity that we have come to know now. In fact, and I'm going to probably lose a whole lot of folks now, Jesus was not a Christian. There was no Christianity. Jesus was a Jew. Oh my God. Hold it. Yourself. Jesus was a Jew that showed up and said, I think we need to reform this and do things a little different. When people say to me, I don't understand, how can you be a Christian pastor and be gay? And I say, how can a radical misfit end up crucified on a cross? All I'm doing is following what Jesus did. Jesus, the unexpected nobody that came to reform and to change a religion and to say, let's do this thing differently. Let's unravel ourselves from business. Let's unravel ourselves from politics. Let's unravel ourselves from being left or right. Let's focus on being Jesus-centered. This is the gospel of hope. This is the gospel that doesn't often get preached. You and I worship a less than nobody, radical, revolutionary Savior. I have to put you there before we get to the cross. There is no power in the cross and in the resurrection unless Jesus was a radical, revolutionary nobody. If he was a billionaire that said, oh, the world is bad, let me help people, and was crucified, that story is not interesting. What is interesting is when somebody is a nobody, ends up becoming somebody because they followed God's call. What's interesting is that Jesus and the resurrection power that comes only comes because of the life that he led. It is this life that I mentioned that he led. This is what got him to the cross. Had he have been nice and kind and played well with everybody and picked to be left or right or picked some kind of economic system that he wanted to go with and decided to go with the flow and stick with what everybody else was doing, there would be no need to crucify him because he would already be complicit in making things worse. Because he was complicit in making things better for other nobodies, that is what got him to the cross. Now, before you start thinking to yourself, are you saying that God's will was not that Jesus would die for my sins and die for them? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you all remember a sermon a while ago, I preached the obstacle is the way. What I'm saying is, there may have been an obstacle in the way. There may have been the cross that got in the way. But if you know God like I know God, God will take an obstacle and turn it into the way. Yes. They thought the cross was supposed to stop Jesus. Yes. They thought the cross was supposed to stop his followers. They thought the cross would put an end to all of these miscreants and all of this revolution and all of this healing and all of this helping and caring for people. But instead, what God said is, I'm going to take that Roman symbol of torture and I'm going to turn that into my symbol of salvation. God said, I will not allow the cross to shut my vision down. God said, I'm going to take this cross and use it to be reconciled to my people. And then on top of that, he resurrects Jesus to say, you cannot stop my vision from moving forward. That death has no sting over this. Now, one of the good parts that I love about our scripture today, I told Marcus last night, he was like, why do you just keep staring at that scripture? Because something caught my eye. It said, why do you look for the living among the dead? Why do you look for the living among the dead? You say one more time. Why do you look for the living among the dead? Jesus has lived his life. He has been crucified on the cross. He is raised from the dead. And when Mary, the women show up, Jesus is not there. And he says, why do you look for the living among the dead? Jesus does not stay at the tomb because Jesus has understood that there's more ministry to be done. I don't need to hang out at the tomb. I have been resurrected. I don't need to stand here and marvel at the resurrection. There's more to be done. I don't have to stay here in this tomb. God has moved me out of the tomb. Why do you look for the living among the dead? I want to bring this a little closer and personal for us all today. As resurrected people, as a people who probably have a story similar to Jesus, unexpected people that God has done amazing things for, if we are a resurrected people, if we know that God has reconciled us unto God's self, if we truly believe that God has delivered us, then I think a question we need to ask ourselves before we get out of here with our understanding now of Jesus is, why are we looking for the living among the dead? In your life, God has made tremendous differences and delivered you from people, places, and things. You tell people you are a Christian. You tell people that you are saved. You tell people that you serve the resurrected Christ. You preach Christ crucified. But for some reason in your life, you keep going back looking for the living among the dead. The things that you have been delivered from are now dead. What needs to happen is you extract as much learning you can out of it, and you leave that stuff over in the tomb. You leave it over in the tomb. You keep looking back on your life, saying to yourself, oh, that failed marriage, oh, that bad credit, oh, that job I lost, oh, how I have failed, and yet out of the other side of your mouth, you say you believe in Jesus Christ. You are still looking for the living among the dead. It did you no good before, guess what? It will do you no good now. God has already moved out of the tomb, but some of us got to go back and look inside because we don't believe that God has moved out of there in our lives. We got to go back and see if it's clean or if there's something we can look at with it, if we need to dust it, polish it, and shine it up and then talk to other people about it. Oh, but if God has been resurrected, why are we looking for the living among the dead? Some of us get trapped on Good Friday, and we come in here and shout our wigs and weave off on Sunday, and yet and still voted for. I'm going to preach the devil up out of here today. I know we don't talk about it a lot. We don't really believe in it, but I'm going to use that metaphor. I'm going to preach this devil up out of here today. We are people of destiny and people of resurrection. If you don't get this on any other day, I'm trying to tell you that because Jesus rose, you can rise too. I am trying to get you to understand that you are not a people of being less than. Your story and your testimony is powerful because maybe, like me, you come from a little bit of nothing or a whole lot of crazy. But God has delivered and moved you forward. Why are you looking for the living among the dead? Some of us keep circling back to the tomb and have not figured out that we keep attracting the same kind of people. I think you haven't learned the lesson yet. Stop looking for the living amongst the dead. The moment that they sound like, look like, smell like, walk like some you've been through before, let's go. Why look for the living among the dead? People say, Pastor, you should talk about cutting people off a lot. Yes, I do. That doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't mean that God does not have grace and mercy for them. What it means is you've been resurrected from some stuff that they are not through dealing with yet. They are still in their tomb. And you don't need to climb in there and have a pity party with them. Go on with your life and let it go. Rise up, reach out and move on. It's fine to let it go. It's fine to let it all go because of who God is. God has moved out of the tomb. This story is calling us to move out of the tomb too. I'm going to say something very heretical, but because Jesus has risen, you get to tap into that resurrection power. That is our inheritance as the children of God, that we too can rise. It is nothing wrong with rising and doing better in your life. Oh, somebody will really get me now. It is nothing wrong with rising and making more money so that you can do more good at work. It is nothing wrong with finding a good job. There is nothing wrong with starting a business so you can create jobs. Stop letting other people's stuff cloud your judgment. Jesus rose so that you could rise, that you would not be bound by sin and guilt and shame, so that you would not be bound by other people's stuff. Rise and move out of the tomb with God. I can't close this sermon without doing it the way we have to do it in the church. There was a man that was crucified on Good Friday. This man went about healing and making a change in people's lives. This man, because of the life he lived, he ended up on a cross. We preach Christ crucified. And I heard somebody say in that good old Baptist story, on Friday, they crucified him. And on Saturday, he descended into hell and got the keys of life and death. But